Andrew, what gave you the confidence that your boat could work that inner lane this entire race with, of course, Jimmy Shane on your coattail?
I've done it before, I guess is the easy answer. But, I mean, the equipment is just top notch. It's a fast boat, a great team. Had a couple hiccups, one in Madison that kind of cost us a race. And then, again, in Tri-Cities, we had a little bit of a hiccup too. But it's nice that we could put one together. And confidence was there, I think, no matter what. That boat hasn't been beat here since 2024, and I made it a point not to say it out loud until the end of the weekend. but I just couldn't be happier. Thanks for everyone for sticking with me and believing in me, and I'm glad I could bring it home for them today.
What kind of exhale can you take after getting your first race win of the season here, and on a lake you won here last season too?
Well, you can't win them all. We know that. We're all competitors. We all want to win them all, but you just can't. That's the nature of sport. And yeah, to be honest with you, I have high expectations for myself, this team. I know what everyone's capable of. I know what the boat's capable of. And when it doesn't come together for one reason or another, it might be easy to get down on yourself. But boat racing is the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Just keep your head on straight and try and get it done.
This is a huge day for you. You can now go home and tell your dad you have more H1 Unlimited wins than he did. Did that cross your mind at all this weekend?
No, I'm not going to tell him. You should call him and tell him. He'd probably appreciate that more.
Appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy, at times out there, it looked like you and Andrew could not have been racing closer. Was that part of the strategy here?
No, that definitely wasn't the strategy. I knew that we were going to have a tight race. I knew that Lane 1 was going to be really hard to overcome with Andrew being in there, especially with 7 boats out on the water, the rough water. I kind of said we've been testing for it all weekend long, and I think the boat performed really well. I made one slight error on the first lap, and I think that's what cost me being a little bit closer to Andrew on coming around for that second corner on the first lap. But, I got it corrected. I got the boat straightened out. I'm really happy that both boats are back in 99% one piece after that rough final heat, and I'm so proud of Andrew and the entire Apollo and BWR team. Finishing 1 and 2, I think every race this year is it's a statement. It's a statement to our preparation. It's a statement to our sponsor. It's a statement to the rest of the teams that we have been prepared this season, and I'm just honored to get to pilot the Apollo boat.
You give a shout out to these two young men. Every broadcast, who do we have here with us?
This is my son, Hudson Shane. He's 10. And this is my older son, Colton Shane. He's 13.
How did Dad do today?
He did insanely well.
Any thoughts on the race he just ran?
Well, I think he did really good, keeping up with Andrew.
Is he a hard guy to keep up with?
Yeah, definitely. But this guy's harder to keep up with.
He has won a couple more. How fast is he?
How fast?
About 160 maybe?
He gave you a speed.
That's awesome. Yeah, very fast. Do you like watching him, coming to these races and watching him?
Yes, it's actually my first race coming to here.
Wow. That he can remember.
It's been a minute since Dad's raced, hasn't it? All right, we appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you very much. Thanks for everything.
Dylan, unofficial third place on the water right now. What kind of conditions were you driving in?
Man, that was some of the roughest water I've ever raced in before. Honestly, this place makes for some great racing. Super happy that the fans got a great race. Congrats to Andrew and the BWR team. Great win for those guys. Man, I was just trying to hang on back there. The 11 and the 12 were coming hard. I was having a little bit of trouble getting the boat over the stuff, but we're able to hang on to it to the finish there. So super pumped for the team. They've worked so hard. It was a good recovery today. We had a really hard Saturday and kind of did some reflecting last night, came back focused, and I think it was a good result for the team.
Able to pick up one heat win here this weekend. What's the thing you're the most proud of after today?
Yeah, honestly, just responding to a rough Saturday. This team has been working really hard to make this boat right for me. I can't thank them enough. Kelly and Sharon Stockland, they put their faith in me to bring them back this year, and stuck with me through a couple hard weekends there. So, just super proud of the team, super proud of the first place. I think it shows that this boat can win, and we're knocking on the door a little bit. What's
the timeline look for you between now and San Diego? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're going back to work. It doesn't stop here for the bucket list team. We have some improvements to be had, but I think we have 6 weeks off and a little time to regroup, and I think we're going to have something for everybody in San Diego.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Jamie, the win really picked up there by the time you guys were able to get out there on the course. How would you best describe it?
Rough, extremely rough. So, especially back in the pack a little ways there. But man, I hope the fans enjoyed that because it was one heck of a race. I spent 5 laps giving the Miss Flavor Pack everything I had and trying to track down Dylan there and put this thing on the podium. And man, from the sounds of it, I think we came up just a few feet short, which it's a bit disappointing. But I think the Flavor Pack team's got a lot to hold their head high with this weekend. They gave me a heck of a boat. We fought hard, and we were in it right till the very end.
What do you want to see come San Diego? What do you want this boat to work on?
Probably just keep progressing. I mean, I think we're on a really good trajectory, and it'll be nice to have some time off to really keep progressing what we got going. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of time off, let the body heal after 2 weeks in a row. But, looking forward to getting down to San Diego. And, Miss Flavor Pack, she likes the end of the straightaways, that top end. So we're pretty excited to see what we can do on a big, giant course like that.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Jeff, how would you sum up the water and the conditions out there in that final heat?
It was rough where I was at. That's what happens. We were lane 6. We were a little bit late on the start. Worked out to our advantage. We were able to get over to lane 1 quicker and just keep trying to pick them off as we went. Almost worked our way up to 3rd. Got held super tight on lap 3 and turn 2. Borderline legal or illegal, however you want to look at it. And then lap 5, turn 2, apex, there wasn't a lane. And we weren't able to make up ground on the 40 after that, coming to the finish. Ended up 5th, but, that's about as best as we could do from lane 6. The boat handled the rough water awesome. Can't thank Rob Graham Trucking, and this whole team enough. The battle in the last 2 weeks is, last weekend we had troubles in Tri-Cities. We started off this weekend with troubles. I think we showed what we could do when we started heats. It just didn't work in our favor. Squeaked into the final and did the best we could.
How do you just, in the future, build off of what you were able to do here with Graham Trucking?
We're going to go back to the shop. We got some things we want to do, build a couple new parts, try to keep lightening the boat up, keep doing those fine little tweaks like we've been doing the last 2 years. Hopefully we can show up to testing next year and not be behind the 8 ball. And then, if you ask me, I want to race full season, but that's not my decision. I don't know what that plan is, but we got to get some testing and some new parts and work in some areas that we feel that we're behind the 8 ball on some of these guys. But we have a really good boat, really good rough water boat. I was able to drive it really hard back there, so that's encouraging.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Corey, you couldn't have asked for a better start there in the final heat. What happened after that?
Well, we had a great start, like you said, and then you're way out in lane 5, and there's not a whole lot you can do when you're that far out. So we just kind of stayed right there, and then, you get spread out, and by the time we got all spread out, there's no time to jump inside or anything like that. I know Jeff was able to get in there, but right where we were, you just couldn't do anything. So you just kind of go along for the ride until you actually can. By the time you can do that, everybody's gone. So you're just along for the ride at that point.
Yeah. San Diego is on tap. What comes to mind first when you think about that course?
The course is great. The biggest thing that comes into mind is Andrew and Jimmy can't pick lane 1 or 2. So that's the biggest thing I'm sure everybody's thinking about right now. That's really what it comes down to. We just got to hit our starts and, if we can keep those guys outside, then maybe some of us got a shot. We'll see.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mike, it's already a tough course when you're on the outside. How much more difficult was it with those conditions and all the wind?
It was hard when you got to start 10 seconds behind the field, and of course everybody was fast this week, and it was an ocean out there, so it was tough. It was challenging. I started making up some ground, caught up to Cory, and it just on the last lap I was like, I didn't want to hurt the boat. The boat was in one piece, and I wasn't going to gain much by pushing it anymore, so I just saved the stuff. But it was fun. I was excited for the challenge, and unfortunately, just a tough weekend overall.
Well, saving the boat for San Diego, what comes to mind first when you think about that race weekend?
Just get back to where we were. We made huge gains. It's not like we had a slow boat this weekend. It just wasn't our weekend. I didn't hit all my starts, and if you're not hitting your starts, it kind of puts you behind. And yeah, so I fell just a point short from making that front row, and I just got to do better when we go to San Diego, and we'll do some homework. We're gonna see what we can do to be as fast as we were last year. So I'm looking forward to it. San Diego's a fun place, and just looking forward to moving on to the next race.
On the flip side, your boat shrank. How did your boy do this weekend driving this thing?
He did really good. He won some heats. Most of all, he had fun and kept it right side up. It's just as rough out there as it is for us, and all the kids did a really good job. I think it's pretty neat that they get to do this in front of all the fans here. They feel like rock stars when they're out there, and it's exciting. I wish that they would have been doing that when we were kids. But yeah, no, they all feel pretty special, and just super proud of all of them.
So the Kelly family did get some wins this weekend.
Yeah, one of us got. Yeah, he definitely outshined me this weekend, and they normally do. But always proud of them, whether they win or lose, and But this is what boat racing is all about, and the future's here, and so any families that are interested in boat racing, here you go. It's very affordable and amazing people, and the kids all have fun.
That's awesome. We appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.